Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Dibs, Mr. Crockpot on X. Today, we are breaking down my top 5 winners on offense at the 2025 Reese's Senior Bowl. Guys, if you love the draft and you want more draft content, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button. Let's go! First up, let's talk about interior offensive lineman Gray Zabel. The Eagles could be looking to reinforce their interior offensive line, not just for the 2025 NFL season, but also beyond it. Mekhi Becton is slated for free agency, and while Tyler Steen has been outstanding this season, Howie Roseman will always favor the trenches in the draft. Zabel's versatility is off the charts. We saw him getting reps at center, left guard, and right guard during one-on-ones and practice sessions, and impressing at all 3 spots. He also played left and right tackle during his college career at North Dakota State. He could be a true 5-position asset at the next level. As a prospect, Zabel has outstanding body control with tight, active, and strong hands to keep defenders in front of him. It was also reported that Zabel aced his interviews, and as of right now, Gray Zabel looks like a lock to be drafted sometime within the top 40 selections. Let's watch some highlights. Coming up next, let's talk about wide receiver Jack Bech out of TCU. Jack Bech might be the biggest riser of anyone at the Reese's Senior Bowl. He's a bit reminiscent of Chris Godwin due to his overall size, savviness to get open, and his contested catch ability. Bech scored the game-winning touchdown for the American squad in their 22-19 victory over National. He wore number 7 in the game to honor his brother Tiger, who passed away in the terror attack in New Orleans on New Year's Day. He finished with multiple touchdowns and was named the game's MVP. From an evaluation standpoint, Bech is a straight-up ball winner. He's 6'1", 212 pounds, who excels at making contested catches. He's not afraid to get physical, he's tough over the middle, but I thought his toughness really showed arriving in Mobile and doing everything he did when it didn't need to be a priority. The NFL let Chris Godwin fall to the 3rd round, but I don't think that happens with Jack Bech. Let's watch some highlights. Coming up next, let's talk about Elijah Arroyo, tight end out of Miami. The Eagles need to think about the future of the tight end position. While Dallas Goedert has been incredible in the playoffs, the injuries have accumulated and it's time to think about TE1 of the future. First up, Elijah Arroyo has some of the highest upside in his draft class. At 6'4" and 251 pounds, he had some flashes of very Travis Kelce-esque play against defensive backs, where his route running and burst stood out above the rest. He is expected to run in the mid 4.6s at the upcoming NFL Combine, which would place him near the top of the list in terms of athleticism for tight ends. In what's a wide open race for TE3 in the NFL Draft behind Warren and Colston Loveland, Arroyo could have the inside track after a very strong performance at the Reese's Senior Bowl. Let's watch some highlights. Coming up next, let's talk about wide receiver Tez Johnson out of Oregon. Much was made about Tez Johnson's weigh-in when he clocked in at a historically light 156 pounds. Despite that, defensive backs have had absolutely no answer for his quickness in pass-catching drills during practices. Johnson has been unguardable, using lightning-fast explosiveness to avoid physical press coverage at the line of scrimmage before creating ample separation. His footwork and acceleration have been instrumental in helping him create vertical separation. He continues to beat defenders off his breaks due to his good change of direction and balance and burst out of his cuts, giving some shades of Ladd McConkey and Tank Dell from years past. As a prospect, Tez Johnson is fast and twitchy, but uses tempo and suddenness to win his reps. Despite his small frame, Johnson continues to turn heads and put defenses on notice. Let's watch some highlights. Coming up next, let's talk about tight end Jake Briningstool out of Clemson. Jake Briningstool was one of several standout tight ends during practices at the Senior Bowl, catching nearly every target thrown his direction. He became Mr. Reliable during team drills, operating on quick underneath routes with sure hands. His best rep came when he defeated a defensive back with a strong-handed grab that Briningstool made look very, very easy. Overall, Briningstool is a talented pass-catching tight end who is a mismatch for linebackers and safeties in coverage. Putting him in the slot and outside as a flex weapon is the best projection for his development. Briningstool offers multiple passing game benefits to an NFL offense, with his improvements in his run blocking as the storyline to watch early in his career. Let's watch some highlights. Alright guys, those are my top 5 winners on offense at the Senior Bowl. Do you agree or disagree with my rankings? Who are your favorite standouts at the Senior Bowl? Let me know down in that comment section below. Thank you everyone for watching. Stay awesome.